It's been a while. It has been a while.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm Kelsey. I'm 22 years old and I am basically using this as my own outlet for whatever the hell is going on in my mind, which I never know really what's going on in my mind, so I guess we'll find out together. Sounds good. Many moons ago, I made a video on this channel entitled 10 Things? I think it was just called 10 Things, but it could have been like 10 Things About Me. I want to say it was like a trend at the time, but even so, I don't know. Wow, I have over 30 videos on my channel. I am so popular. What can I say? There's nothing to say. It was called 10 Things I Like About You, which in retrospect is probably not the greatest name for the video because it was just 10 random things about me. I realized that a lot can change in 7 years since I first posted that, and so I wanted to not necessarily take that back because those things were very true at the time, and I was basically a completely different person then. Just gonna roll with it, and we're essentially just gonna revise that video. Well, I'm gonna revise that video. I have new answers. There weren't even questions. I have new statements compared to the 10 things that I stated previously. So that's what this is all about. I even wrote it down in this little Ravenclaw journal. I really am a nerdy dancer. I'm not even a dancer anymore. Look at these arms. These are not dancer arms. I had dancer arms for like 2 years of my life. And like nerd doesn't even really apply. I'm a fangirl, I think is the better term. Anyways, I'm a fangirl. I have my Ravenclaw journal from Harry Potter World in Orlando, Florida, which I am desperate to get back to someday. So we're just gonna open this up and go along with it. And oh my god, let me tell you, in this original video that I made, it's very cringy for me to watch now, but back then I was like, oh my gosh, this is like revolutionary, changing the face of the internet. I wasn't. In this original video, I was making jump cut after jump cut. I started with like a gag where I planned to be like, oh my god, is the camera working? This is also the same camera that I used to film that video. I think I need a new camera because this one doesn't really work that well. It has a great battery storage, I'll give it that, but that's about it. But yeah, in this original video, I was making jump cut after jump cut. It was so cringy. So cringy. But back then it wasn't. I don't know. Anyways, I literally started off each thing with like a number 1 or like a number 2. We are not doing that this time, and thank God. But the first thing about me back then was that I said,
I'm not your average teenage girl.
and I said it exactly like that. Very cringy, let me tell you. I'm actually just pretty average.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am average!
I mean, everyone has their own special things, their special quirks, their own things that make them a unique person. But I'm actually just pretty average. I don't know why I tried to make myself any different in a sense and like play it off like that. I think that was just a thing back then. It probably was. So the second thing that I talked about was I wish that I lived in France or Britain in someplace awesome in Europe. And then I went on to talk about why. I've now been to France and Britain. I hadn't been. France is an old crack though to me, particularly Paris. It's got some great historical sites, so don't get me wrong, but kind of dirty. But the north of France, that's where you want to go. I don't know if I could live there though. I tried learning French and I wasn't very good at it. So I did live in London for 2 months and it was the happiest that I've ever been in my entire life. That actually would probably work out a lot better. My third thing was I'm a dancer, and then I proceeded to do some weird little dance moves and be like, I'm not actually that good, but maybe I am. There was a point where I was a pretty good dancer, but now I'm actually a licensed Zumba instructor. As of today, it's officially been 4 years, which is really exciting, so that happened. My fourth thing was
I kind of like school.
this was a time, I mean this is still a thing, where everyone, it's cool to not like school, it's cool to not really care about your education, but it's so funny because so many people who say that when they're younger end up doing really well for themselves, and I know a lot of people who who back like when I made this video and just back when in general were not really keen on school. Currently now, as I am struggling with my future, these people are going on to do amazing things. And I was like, I kind of like school. Did I? I don't really know. It's a good question. Did I really like school? Also, I don't know if maybe I just liked what I was studying at the time, and this was high school, and I now finished with college, and I think I could throw a major with myself. So I have mixed feelings about school nowadays. The fifth thing that I said was
Currently single.
this still 100% applies. I actually did have a high school relationship. Lasted quite a while, longest relationship I've ever had. I did have one before it that was like a month, so I don't really count that one. I am still currently single, and part of the reason, like the main reason, is because I identify as asexual / aromantic. I'm not really sure where I fall on the spectrum at the moment, and in all truth, I'm not sure if these are things that I actually am. It's just how I'm identifying at the moment, where I really see myself. I might even be demisexual. I don't know. We're not sure. I like men, I know that much, but this is something that I've really struggled a lot with recently and over many years, and even when I was in relationships and stuff in high school. And thanks to psychological factors, I may never really be ready or emotionally available for a relationship. Okay, the sixth thing that I said was I love to shop at Forever 21. Still true, still half true. I don't know, I've kind of opened up more my shopping sense. I don't really fit into a lot of Forever 21 clothes anymore. Retail therapy is real. The seventh thing that I said was that
I like all kinds of music except rap, country, and death metal.
So obviously I don't like all kinds of music. I like pretty much the whole spectrum. Not even that. I just have a very broad music taste. And even then, I said, even though I don't like rap, I like hip-hop. Okay, but some rap goes off, okay, you know. We've got your Rizzle Kicks, we've got your Tiny King, we've got your Young Face. You can't go wrong. They go off. So the eighth thing that I said was I have a really big obsession with Darren Criss. This is a subset of one of the many hyperfixations that I've had over the years, from Star Kid to Glee to Hamilton to Mean Girls the musical to Disney to cactuses to London to Harry Potter, everything. The ninth thing that I said was
I like to chew gum even though I have braces,
and ooh, this is probably the cringiest one. Nowadays I just drink too much coffee and wine. So the 10th thing that I said on this listicle whatever was
I'm a freak and I hate most of the people in my school, and lucky for me they hate me too.
Here's our revision. I genuinely try not to hate anyone intentionally. The current list of people that I hate includes Donald Trump, his staff, people who set up beliefs and morals cause deliberate harm towards others, and whoever decided that Walk the Moon was considered a one-hit wonder because they've only ever heard Shut Up and Dance. So that's me. Revised at least. Yeah, I'm basically breathing some life back into this channel, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to post a video once a week because I think it's healthy for me, which some people might be like, why this? Why do you think this is healthy? I'm not really doing this for anyone but myself, and even back when I was doing this initially, it wasn't, well actually it was to try and get big on the internet, and I feel like that's not really healthy. There was an interview that I watched last night with Bo Burnham, because I had seen the movie 8th Grade last week, and maybe this is kind of inspired by that, I don't really know. But he talked about how being on the internet, when he first started versus nowadays, and a lot of it is trying to build a relationship with people on the other side of the screen, and that's kind of how you keep things going. It doesn't really matter what you're talking about or what you're saying, or I don't know, but it struck a chord with me, and I was like, wow. And here I am wanting to breathe life back into this channel or whatever. I'm not doing this as a business venture. I'm not doing this as a reason to get big. I mean, not trying to like put myself up there, but like who knows what'll happen. I don't know who's gonna watch this or see this. I'm just trying to make myself laugh with my personality on this side of the camera and my editing, which I'm trying to get a lot better at. This was a struggle to film, I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't done this in a very long time, and it's one of those things where the more you do it, probably the better you'll get at it. But here we are. So I don't really know how to end this. Ending a video is a lot like when you go to hang out with your friends at the movies and you all get there at the same time. It's great. You go, you get your ticket, you get your popcorn, you go see the movie, and then you like kind of don't want to say goodbye to them, so you're just like standing awkwardly in the parking lot and you're like hugging each other, keeping some kind of small talk going. That's what this is like for me. Stay straight.